Hi preppies, welcome to our maths lesson for the week. Let's have a look at what we're doing today. So today we are learning to compare groups of objects, identifying if they have more, less or the same. So to be successful in our lesson today, you'll be able to identify collections that have more, identify collections that have the same, and identify collections that have less. Now, I know you've been learning this a little bit this week, but we're going to just go over what it means if something has more, less, or the same. So we're going to start with more. Now, if something has more, it means that they have a larger amount or a bigger number than the other. So I can see this plate has more burgers than this plate because I know that 4 is a bigger number than 2, which means it's more. Now remember, sometimes in prep we talk about talking with our voices and our hands, and we have an action for the word more. Put our hand to our chest like this and say more. Can you try that one? Good. Okay, if something has less, it means that they have a smaller amount or a smaller number than the other. So I can see this first plate here has less sandwiches than this plate because this only has 1 sandwich and the other plate has 2. And 1 is a smaller number than 2, which means it's less. Okay, last one we're going to look at is the same. So if something has the same, it means that they have the same amount or number. So I can see there's 3 cupcakes on the first plate and 3 cupcakes on the second plate, which means they are the same amount. Now we have an action for this word as well. The same, we put our fingers together like this and say the same. Can you try that? Good job. Okay, so we're going to play a little bit of a game now. You're going to help this doggy find which group has more, okay? So let's have a look. Which group has more apples? Group number 1 or group number 2? So remember, more means it has the bigger number. So put your finger on the group that has more. That's it, group number 1, because 3 apples is more than just 1 apple. Okay, what about this one? Which group has more lollipops? Group number 1 or group number 2? I want you to count them and then put your finger on the group that has more. Good, group number 2 has more because 5 lollipops is more than 3 lollipops. 5 is a bigger number than 3. Okay, which group has more hot air balloons? Group number 1 or group number 2? Put your finger on which group has more. That's it, group number 2, because 7 is more than 2. 7 is a bigger number. Okay, now we're going to help the doggy have a go at finding the group that has less, which means the smallest amount. So which group has less doors? Group number 1 or group number 2? Remember, less is the smaller number. Put your finger on the group when you've got it. That's it, group number 2, because 2 is less than 6. It's smaller. Okay, which group has less? Group number 1 or group number 2? Which one has less puppies? The smaller number of puppies. That's it, group number 2. We know 2 puppies is less than 4 puppies. Okay, which group has less smiley faces? Group number 1 or group number 2? Which one has less, the smaller number? Put your finger on it. Group number 1, good job, because we know 3 smiley faces is less than 6. Okay, the last thing we're going to practice is if the groups have the same or not. So we know we've got an action for the word yes and no. So for yes, we go fist up and down like this, and for no, we shake it. So you're going to tell me if the groups have the same, and you'll say yes or no. So, are these groups the same? Yes or no? Yes, they are. They are equal because both groups have 4 frogs each. They are the same. Okay, is this group the same? Yes or no? Do they have the same number of kites? No. Group 1 has less kites. They only have 3, whereas Group 2 has 5 kites, so they are not the same. Okay, are they the same? You can say yes or no. Do they have the same number of jellyfish? Yes. Now, even though these jellyfish are bigger than these ones, there's still 2 jellyfish in each group, which means they are equal and the same number of jellyfish. All right, guys, you did great today. Let's have a look to make sure we met everything in our success criteria. So, did we identify collections that have more? Well, we help the doggy find all the groups that have more in them, the bigger number. So, yep, we can give that one a tick because we did that. Okay, did we identify collections that had the same? Yes, you told me if the groups yes they did or no they didn't have the same. So let's give that one a tick. And did we identify collections that had less? Well, we did because you were able to put your finger on the group and tell me they had the smaller number for less. So we met everything in our success criteria today. Good job, everybody. I look forward to seeing you in our next maths lesson. Bye.